Hello, I am Muthu and welcome to Muthu DevWeb channel. In this video, you will learn how to create a modern web API using .NET 10 and Visual Studio 2026 from scratch, including project setup, controllers, and running the API. Without wasting our time, let's start now. We will create a REST API that exposes endpoints, test them using Swagger, and run everything locally with HTTPS, all using the Microsoft latest stack. Here is a simple, clean diagram. The browser loads Swagger. Swagger sends requests to our ASP.NET Core Web API. Then the API returns JSON responses back through Swagger to the browser. Open Visual Studio 2026. Click Create a new project. Select ASP.NET Core Web API. Please make sure you select C# with the ASP.NET Core Web API template, not F# or VB.NET, because that creates a different type of project. I give you an example. I choose F#. You can see same template but different language, which is F#. But for us, we need C#. So I selected ASP.NET Core Web API. Click Next. Type it my first API. Click Next. We don't change the framework, so we have to keep it .NET 10. I didn't make any changes. I leave as it is. Click Create. Now creating a new project. Without changing any single piece of code, I straight away going to the toolbar. Please switch to IIS Express. Press the play button. You can see we are receiving 404 error, which is not found. I try Swagger, failed to load API definition. We are getting 404 error. Because Swagger is not auto-installed in .NET 10, this is an expected behavior. Starting from newer .NET version 9 onwards, Swagger is not always included by default. We must explicitly install and configure it. Now I will show you how to install Swagger manually in the project. Right click on the project, look for Manage NuGet Packages, browse Swagger. Please ensure you switch the tab Browse and select this swashbuckle.asp.NET Core. This is the package we are going to install. Press install. These are all the libraries going to install for the package. Press apply. Press I accept. Great. You can expand the packages. You can see here the package installed successfully. Now we can use the Swagger from our project. Alternatively, I will show you how to create a package using .NET CLI. CLI means command line interface. I will remove the package just now we installed. Go to View, Other Windows, click Package Manager Console. Using the Package Manager Console only, we are going to execute the CLI command. Type .NET add package, the package name. Press enter. We get some error. .NET could not find any project in my directory. This is my directory. It could not find any project. So I will open my directory. I copy this. Okay, this is my directory. I suppose need to enter one more directory. This directory only contains all the .NET project. So I have to enter one more directory. So simply what I do, copy the entire directory using cd command, copy my entire directory, enter. Now I am going to execute my package, .NET add package, the package name, enter. Wonderful. We have installed the package successfully. You can see here the package installed successfully. Next, we go to program CS. In the program CS, we are going to register Swagger services. First, what I will do, we used to type builder services dot add Swagger generator. It tells ASP.NET Core how to create the OpenAPI JSON description for our API endpoints. Okay, so we register the Swagger generator. Swagger method generates the OpenAPI JSON document. That file is usually available at swagger/v1/swagger Swagger JSON. We can run IAS Express, look for Swagger /v1. Whatever we implemented in our projects, those are all completely available here. UseSwaggerUI creates a web page at Swagger. We can run IAS Express, type Swagger. You can see here, write out, execute. So it allows us to send a HTTP request. Overall, this Swagger UI is just a viewer and tester for the JSON generated by UseSwagger. So what is the difference between UseSwagger and UseSwagger UI? UseSwagger allows to create a Swagger JSON, which is Swagger /v1 /JSON. This JSON is generated by UseSwagger. Using this UseSwagger UI, we can see a UI format. What we saw in the JSON file just now, those information loaded as a UI. It is simply we called web page. We should implement these two methods under the development mode only. Why we implement under the development mode? The Swagger UI exposes all the endpoints whatever we created in our project. It can be a security risk in production, so Swagger is for developers only, but not for hackers. If the Swagger UI isn't loaded in your system, please help to double check. swaggle.asp.NET Core, the package installed successfully. Please double check and please ensure that this should be called before app run. For example, I move this after app.run. Now I execute, I browse Swagger. See here, there is 404 error because this JSON is coming from UseSwagger. This method is not yet generated. So please ensure you have the two methods before app.run. One more thing I would like to highlight. In .NET, this is a comment line symbol. Comment line means whatever you type next to the comment, the compiler will ignore those words. You can type anything here. It doesn't matter if you have a comment line symbol. So this is the comment line which you have to type wherever required. Now I will run the program because I typed something different. See here, my program works as per normal. Just a quick recap. Swagger isn't broken in .NET 10. It just needs manual setup. Once configured, it works exactly as expected. Before we start coding our API, let's quickly look at the project structure. First, we go to controllers. The controller holds our API endpoints. Under the controllers folder, we can have n number of controller files. In the actual project, you can see n number of controller files. In this session, we are also going to add a new controller. At that time, you will understand more about the controller. Next is app setting JSON. This stores configuration like database connections. Next is this is called csproj. If you right click and open in File Explorer, find the extension which is called csproj. Next is bin folder. These files are automatically generated when we build the project. As of now, you can ignore them. It will automatically rebuild. Whenever you build the application or you run the application, everything will be updated according to the changes. In the csproj, we can see package references. We just now installed swaggle ASP.NET Core, which is relevant to Swagger. So if you installed any packages, those packages will be listed here, and you can also see the target framework. Currently we use .NET 10. That's why we can see the target framework. Whenever you have any doubt whether you choose correct .NET framework or not, you can double click on the csproj, can double click on that and come to the target framework. So you can confirm we are running the application under this framework only. Program CS is the entry point of the application where we can configure services like Swagger and set up the middleware, and also we can start the application. We can discuss more about the details for each line in the upcoming session. Let's create a new controller. Right click on the controllers, click add, go to controller, look for API under common, click API controller empty, press add, type products controller. We are going to create a new controller called products controller. Press add. Nice. We created a new controller file. In the own controller, we are going to have a very simple message for testing purpose. Okay, nice. The public method can be accessed from outside this class, which is necessary for a web API endpoint. IActionResult. This method returns a response to the client. This could be 200, 404 not found, 400 bad request, etc. This is the name of the method, which is called welcome message. This is the body of the method where you define what the API should do, sending a 200 OK HTTP response with the text welcome to Muthu DevHub channel. API controller attribute tells ASP.NET Core this class is a web API controller. It helps to validate incoming request automatically, figures out where parameters come from, and returns clear HTTP error messages. For example, when a client sends wrong or missing data, it automatically returns a 400 bad request with a clear error message. This means we don't have to write extra validation code. The .NET framework itself handle it properly for us, which is a very nice feature. We will discuss more about this in the upcoming videos. We don't want to discuss everything in one video. It will be confused for you. The route tells ASP.NET Core how to map HTTP request to this controller. API, it's just a prefix for our API endpoints. All routes start with API. You can put any name. It's not mandatory to keep only API. You can put any name. It doesn't matter. It's up to you. Controller is a placeholder that gets replaced by the controller class name without controller. In ASP.NET Core, controller is automatically uses the controller class name minus controller. You can name your class products controller or even shopping or even any other name. Test, still it will work. Controller just help us automatically generate a consistent URL. If we want, we can also set a custom route instead of controller. We will discuss more about this in the upcoming videos. As of now, we can leave as it is. HTTP GET attribute means this method will be called when the client sends a GET request to our API. A GET request is used when we want to read or fetch data from server. Now we are going to run our program because we created a new controller. We wanted to test the controller. Press F5, which is a shortcut key. You can press F5 or still you can press the execute, which is a play symbol. Type /swagger, enter. See here, there is a new endpoint which created by us. Press try it out. Press execute. Oh, well done. We got a response successfully with the 200 code message. The Swagger UI let us test APIs without any Postman or any other tool. It is a very powerful and user-friendly tool. Finally, I'm going to show you one more thing. See here, when we browse the site, we always need to type manually Swagger. Then itself, we can see the Swagger, which is not user-friendly. We are going to configure the Swagger in the launchSettings.json file under the properties. Open this, look for IIS Express, and next to the launch browser, I type launch URL. I type here Swagger. Nice. Now I run the program. See here, automatically routes to Swagger. Nice. We don't want to type manually Swagger. Well done. In this video, we built a complete ASP.NET Core Web API using .NET 10. We saw how a Web API works, how to create a project, and about the project structures in Visual Studio, configure Swagger, and write our first API endpoint. This gives you a strong foundation to start building real-world backend services. Our channel provides a complete .NET Web development series, so please subscribe and stay tuned for more tutorials. Cheers, goodbye.